Put your rifles up, no matter what, God, put your rifles up. Put your rifles up, catch 'em and stick 'em. I don't worry about dropping mine, cause you know my hands are consistent. Can't worry about a place or position. I wish sometimes they would let the fans
make the decision. Hey, welcome back to Tarp Talk. I am so excited about this episode. We are doing 2001, Thy Will Be Done, where we medaled in A class with a bunch of kids. So let's see. We have Patrick again. We have Maurice, Doris, and we have Sharma, and we got a few other people that'll be clicking in too. So y'all, wait, before we start, I got a special guest for y'all.
Who?
All right, Austin, let the person in.
Derek.
Hey.
No, Derek, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes. So
yo, Derek Young still looking young.
Derek. I got him, even though I think he's
Derek Young still looking young. I see you, Derek.
So y'all,
he frozen because he ain't smiling that hard. He frozen.
At least he's smiling.
look.
We'll get his service together. We'll get him.
He got that infinity smile.
Yeah.
Patrick, shut up. So y'all, 19 years ago, I was in 9th grade. How old were you, Sharma? Maurice, how old were you?
I was 21.
You was old, Maurice.
He was not 21. I'm about to say I'm 18. There's no way he was 21 if I'm 18, yo. Like, he only 1 year older than me. Maurice say he's 21 on every Tarp Talk. He say he was 21. Everyone. Like, how was you 21 on a woman's work, but you 21 on this?
The age never changed.
I know, y'all. 2001, A class, 3rd place. Oh, so for everybody who has their medal, let's show them. We still have our 3rd place medal, WGI, 2001.
Look,
come on, Maurice.
You messing it up. Come on,
I lost mine in the move.
Oh, God. But that's the thing, you know, like,
about 8 moves ago.
Yes, that was A class, but some people, like, A class is hard to even make finals, and we came in 3rd. Like,
hold up.
Back.
They back.
There we go.
He moving now. It's moving.
Derek, hi.
Hey, Derek. Did you hear what I said when your smile was frozen? I said he's smiling too. I said he's smiling too long. He must be frozen.
Gotta be.
You ain't smiled that long since infinity.
So for everybody watching, Derek was one of our instructors that year. He's a choreographer. And we love Derek to death. And guess what? Y'all haven't seen him since probably like 2001, 2002, right?
Derek softened us up a whole lot, like the boys. He saw, because he was so different than what we were normally taught. I remember I still remember, like, Derek, some of your cross the floors you taught us, I use with my girls at the school I'm at now. Like, I still do some of them. Yep. Like, yep.
And I want to see you do them because I don't believe that.
I don't do the hip one. Hold up now.
Okay, let me see.
Go ahead.
Hold up. Let me get this together.
A little virtual across the floor.
I'll do that one. Yeah, I do that one. Yeah.
Derek taught us that. Sweetie, Lighter Gay's still doing that one. And that ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all. So,
see?
Derek, how have you been? Didn't y'all ask me to get Derek and I got him?
We sure did.
This connection is wild.
Look, his connection going out. He got that. That's that Steelers connection.
Oh yeah, he a Steelers fan. You know we see.
Yeah. Look, he can't even hear us. Derek can't hear us.
He'll click in and out. So y'all. So let me say this. This is one of my favorite shows. I don't say that about a lot of them because they all kind of like run together for me. But this one is really special. I'll never forget us coming in third, like realizing, oh my God, we just won a medal, and everybody celebrating, the staff, the kids. We were like, oh my God, like this just happened. And do y'all remember us going to the bus and like doing what was it? The
cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide, because that was hot. We would literally do that every show. And
every show.
And then the witch doctor. I mean, I can remember us just celebrating. Yes, I remember Miss Karen and them decorated the bus for us in between like prelims and finals. This was one of my favorite years.
So
what y'all remember about it?
I remember
the food we had on the way. That was lit to me. Like y'all
yes,
had
they're all
and
white.
chicken, and like it was a lot of stuff. I was like, yes, y'all better travel.
Yeah, Derek Hurst is out of Norristown now. Remember Derek Hurst is out of Norristown?
I know he yelled.
Yo, Derek Hurst is out. We had a bad run, and Shill said, y'all need to apologize to your staff right now. And Derek, that's probably was the only time you let us have it. You let us have it. Like you ran off, afterwards because you was like, yo, I'm done with y'all. You just ran off. We was like, oh my gosh.
He was mad. He was mad. I think he even cursed too.
He cursed. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost it.
He was crying.
He cried. I didn't want to stay, but he was crying. I didn't want to stay, but he was crying. Speaking of crying, when we was all celebrating and dating in Milwaukee, right? Remember, and I don't know.
Was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I don't know if Keith Hightower watching, but he came to Milwaukee with it, and I don't even want to say this, but it was so funny.
No,
he did. Okay, everybody was crying, right? He did. Everybody was crying, and Janelle and he crying. Janelle gonna say to Keith, all right, Keith, don't fake cry because you see everybody else crying. I was dying. like, why'd you pick him out like that?
You be trying to paint me to be the bad guy.
Yo, no, that was. I got some 01 memories, yo. I got some. Oh my gosh.
This was like a good season for us. I really loved it. I really did. And for us to be that young and to achieve that,
exactly,
we were just like, wait, did this just happen?
So Derek, what did you think of like coming in? Because you was coming from Florida, right?
No, I was coming from South Carolina.
Yeah, wait, Derek, before you answer that, okay, so we actually competed against Derek the year before.
Oh shoot! Oh,
and he was in Infinity. And they beat the whole class by points. And he came the next year, and I was like, oh my God, we love that show. But we actually competed against him the year before.
Yes, absolutely.
So go ahead, Patrick, with your question. Sorry.
So,
I asked it already. He got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So coming from South Carolina, it was like, wow, I'm in Philly. I'm like, like literal kids, because y'all were like babies to me. Even though like the age difference isn't that much.
That big now, right? Now that we older.
But at that age it is though. At that age it is.
Right now. But it was a lot of it was a lot of babies, and I'm just
froze.
Yo,
that's gonna be like that for the whole hour.
And look, can I say this too? When y'all watch this video, my grandmom and maybe Miss Karen and the other parents made every flag, made every piece of the uniform. They made every prop, everything. Painted the props. Like when I tell y'all, Light Brigade grinds to make our season happen. We make it happen. Derek, you back? Okay.
We know you're pouring your heart out. We know. Didn't
I tell you Patrick was still the same? Go ahead.
So what?
But can y'all hear me okay?
He froze again.
I'm hot. What other memories you had before you played the show?
I remember we're in body warm.
Talking about me.
He always got a story.
Always.
If you part of my memory, I'm gonna share it. That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, we in body warm up. And you've been talking about me the last few episodes of Tarp Talk, so I don't want to hear that. So
Just
we
go
in
ahead.
body warm up. I carry my book bag on. Well, before I got two memories.
Oh, you can't even
I'm
see
gonna go to the
mine.
first one.
Okay.
Remember my haircut in Milwaukee?
The Mr. Tyrone cut.
Irked about that haircut. Oh
Listen,
my god.
cause no, and the thing is, none of y'all worried about it. But anyway, and this actually probably going to my other story too. I wore a hat. I wore a North Carolina, like a Tar Heels hat, and that was like the same color as our props and like our floor. And we in the equipment warm up. I'm like, yo, I think I'm about to be able to perform with this hat on. I think they about to let me. And Shill was like, yo, take the hat off, Patrick, because I
Julian.
want to take it off.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Julian.
Oh,
Everybody knows who Julian is. Welcome,
Hey,
Julian.
Hey, babies,
So-
how y'all doing?
So speaking of Julian is the key.
Already started. With the noise 10 seconds.
No, Julian is like the main character of this memory that I was about to go into. So I'm glad to hear. So probably because I had the hat on, worrying about my haircut, I had a book bag. We're in body warm ups, right?
We're in North Carolina?
No, we in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, go ahead. I remember that.
No, you don't. I have body.
Y'all is so urgent.
All right. Listen, I had my book bag on, and body warm up. So we go to equipment warm up, and I'm like, yo, I don't have my book bag. And Julian and I'm like,
right.
Body warm up in Milwaukee was like upstairs. It wasn't nowhere near equipment warm up. It was far as crap. So I had no time to go back to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to cry. I'm crying hysterical. And Julian gonna say to me, because he wanted to get me on the floor. I'm not worried about the floor. Julian gonna say to me, Patrick, I contacted WGI. They found your book bag, and you're gonna get it as soon as we come off the floor. It's at the main office, right? Nobody even had cell phones, so he didn't contact them, right? So I said, all right. He put me at ease. Listen, it worked. It worked.
Yo,
I was straight after that. So after we was done, I go all the way back up to body warm up. It's still there. So he never called them because it was still on body warm up. I was like, whatever he did, it worked though. It definitely worked.
If I remember correctly, I didn't.
Got on that floor.
If I remember correctly, I didn't have a cell phone back then.
See, exactly.
Nobody had a cell phone.
All he had back then was a Morgan State orange shirt, an orange Morgan State shirt.
That's exactly right.
The band joint, Julian.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Listen, y'all, I never forget, and my mom still tells people this to this day. We're younger, our group was fairly new at the time. Like a lot of people like Charma and all of y'all, it was only y'all second year in the group. And we're performing in the Milwaukee Bucks, NBA stadium. So we go from like these small little high school gyms to this massive like NBA stadium. That curtain pulled back and people were like, wait, we supposed to perform here? People getting sick and like we literally in line to go on, and people are like the newer kids were like, holy, like we gotta perform here. Like, yeah, we do. My mom's like, Janelle, go get that one from over there. Like,
you know what?
Was just chaos before we went on that floor, and you would never know it, but it really was. Oh my!
I do that now to my girl. I say such and such. Get him.
Wasn't it Janae that was the first one that got sick? I think if I remember correctly.
I'm telling because that was her first year on Saber too. So she like, holy shit! Like, what the hell are we about to do?
Because for some strange reason, when
he moved.
Yo,
He moved. He said, I gotta get away.
Like, let me go to the fireplace.
I had to. I just went to the
Oh,
neighbors. I just went to the neighbors. I'm like, I
what's going
can't.
on, man?
Oh
Listen,
my
I'm in North Carolina.
stomach.
We just got internet like yesterday, so y'all gotta bear with us.
Oh wow. Oh
It's
wow.
okay. Look,
I,
I'm just happy you keep popping on and off. I don't care. We
So
got
I'm gonna
you.
do
Derek,
that.
finish your sentiments, Derek. Derek, I want to hear that. Like, I want to finish. I know
So
you want to say it
so
again, but
so ask your question again, and then I'll start over.
when you came up from a whole nother like location, that
Mhm.
had to be like a culture shock. Let alone we competed with you the year before. Like how was that?
It was incredibly difficult. Like for breakfast, I wanted grits, bacon. Y'all didn't have any of that. It was a lot. Like just coming in, getting used to cheese steaks and stuff. Like that
Oh
was
yeah,
different.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
taught me
Period.
so many words like John. I didn't know what
Joan.
John was.
Period.
yeah, yeah.
So it was an eye-opening experience. But y'all taught me so much too. Like I mean, like to learn how to communicate, to learn patience, like all these core values that I really learned from you guys. So it was a
It
very
was no,
rewarding
it was
experience. Absolutely.
it
Well,
was
you know the
intimidating for us too, because like you're one of us, and like you said, it was an age gap, but it wasn't that much.
It was.
Like I remember when we looked at you, at least from the boys, it was like he's one of us, but he moved so much better than us. It was like I remember those
Oh,
thoughts.
he
Like
was. Yeah,
I
he
was like,
was
yo, like
definitely like
I'm like,
light years
how does he
ahead of us
move?
as far as
How
talent.
does he move that well? Like,
I
and
wanted to
Mm.
instill everything I felt into you guys. That was my ambition. That was my goal. Yeah.
well, it worked. What say you,
Yep.
Charma? What you got for us?
Oh wait, hold on. We gonna play the video?
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Here's the
Oh,
video,
Oh,
guys.
Arthur getting tired of
Here we
us.
go. Light Brigade, Independent A, third place. Check
Performing
out
their
the Saber
program, My
solo.
Will Be Done, the Light Brigade Color Guard. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Holy halos ring me round, spirit waves on spirit sound, Meshach and Abednego, golden chariot swinging low. I recite them in my sleep, Jordan's cold and briny deep, Bible lessons, Sunday school, bow before the golden rule. Now I wonder, if I tried, could I turn my cheek aside? Marveling with afterthought, let the blow fall, saying naught of my true Christ-like control and the nature of my soul. Or would I strike with rage divine, till the culprit fell supine, hit out broad, all fury red, till my foes are fallen dead. Teachers of my early youth taught forgiveness, stressed the truth. Here then is my Christian laugh. If I'm struck, then I'll strike back. Visit us again, Savior. Your children, burdened with disbelief, we cry to you, although we have lost your
Whew.
Yeah, very emotional. Very emotional.
Y'all already know I'm crying, so just don't even.
Very emotional.
Oh my God, y'all.
You know, one of the things
Oh,
that
you
that
got your
we
metal
Oh my God,
tattoo?
I'm really crying. Oh yeah, me
Derek,
trying
we
to
all
make it
got
out
them.
of
Go
it.
ahead, Charmer. Show yours with your tattoo arm. We know.
That's
Everybody,
so
Charmer got a new
beautiful.
tattoo, so she's gonna be lifting things up and
Oh my
laughing with her
God,
arm that got the
y'all.
tattoo because it's new.
Watching that, I can like literally go section by section and tell you something memorable that happened. But let me just say this. So
I know where she's starting. Oh my gosh,
what I'm gonna say?
the judges tape with the
No,
solo, perfect.
no, I will say
Oh,
this.
I do remember
That's
that. Yes.
Remember that, and the judge gonna say he gonna
Yes.
watch the solo and
He was
gonna
like,
say
perfect.
perfect.
Right.
what. Let me say my part, and you can say your part.
My bad, my
So
bad, my
you
bad.
don't understand how nerve wracking that was. I was the
That's
only one
pressure.
on the floor.
That's pressure.
Like I'm like, oh my God, I cannot drop this solo in the middle of the floor. Oh my God, that was so scary. Oh
You
my
never
God.
dropped it. You caught
Oh,
on a half like one time. You used to always know that solo.
oh my
That's pressure.
God, that was like pressure. I know. I came through.
you
That
know,
was
That
two
was crazy.
two of the most important things I remember about that show. First thing, you guys were so young. I mean,
I
you were like
know.
little kids that year. And the other
I
thing
know. I
was
was looking
being,
at Trauma like, oh my God.
yeah,
Yo,
she
Trauma looked
was
like
like
a whole
a
little tyke out
morsel.
there.
Like her
Yeah.
kid
Like
now.
she looked like Malaya. Like she looked like Malaya.
Yeah, like that's how big her daughter is now.
What was the guy name that was on Rifle? I forgot his name. He was the oldest one in the
Trayvon.
group. Trayvon.
Trayvon, he's supposed to be on
Oh,
here.
he's going. Yeah, he's going to click in later.
Yeah, and the other thing that touched my heart about that show is that it was like the perfect place to be in because
Thanks,
my
James.
my cousin was there from Milwaukee when we did that show, and
Okay.
I remember that.
and he was very sick, and that was the last thing he saw before he died.
Mm.
And
Mm.
Come on now, Julian.
no,
No, no, no, no.
that was
No,
Go
the
ahead,
say
Julian
that
Cook.
makes me cry.
No, no, I said it for a reason because he knew that he was going, and for him to see something like that. And the first thing, he had never seen Color Guard before, and to see
Hmm.
something like that, it put himself in perspective of where he was going and his purpose. And
See?
then and the other thing was sitting next, and I can't think of their names, but it was the group from Kentucky. I can't think of the names.
Eclipse.
You know it.
Yeah. That's it.
Maurice know everything.
I know
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Maurice.
It's a funny story. Prior to y'all going on in prelims, I was sitting next to these two ladies,
Uh-oh.
and they were talking from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and she said, if we get them, we got a possibility of getting a medal. And she didn't know I was with Light Brigade, and I was like, well, what group are you talking about? She said that group up in Philly is something Light for Life or something. I said, you mean Light
And
Brigade?
think
I said,
again,
oh, okay.
bitch, because we got it. It's here.
Well, you know, and the funny thing about it, I didn't say anything. I said, oh, well, you know, I said, well, good luck to you. And 15 guards later, we walk on the floor, and she looked at me and she said, damn. Of course they didn't get a medal, you know.
Okay.
But you guys
Maurice
were
told
smoking that day.
Ugh, so
Maurice told me something today, like that Jerry didn't come in until after the Norristown
he didn't come
regional.
in because that's when we
So-
first saw him in Norristown. So our show was already done. And that was
So-
our
Right.
first year dealing with him. And he came in and just tweaked it. But our show was already done. Yeah.
Right, yeah, we
So
already wrote the
those
show.
those groups that like were up there, like Eclipse and the rest of them, had no idea where we were coming from because we were like going into Dayton, Milwaukee. We were going to make finals, but we didn't know it was going to medal. Once Jerry came in and changed that ended because we didn't have no regionals after that. It was just like, here's Norristown and here's Milwaukee. So we wasn't going in there with intentions to medal. It's just so happened we happened to win our round after Jerry made those changes. It was like, oh shoot, we really got a chance to do this.
Well, the funny thing about that,
They got a
statistically,
smirk.
if you looked at the entire list of every weekend per regional, we stayed in that top bracket, and all the groups that we competed against, we beat, and the only ones that we didn't get a chance.
What's this?
Ooh.
South Brunswick. Okay, we won that one.
Yeah.
Okay, LB.
Right here. Okay, and convincingly too.
It should be North Carolina.
He got them
too.
all.
South Carolina. Yeah.
This Florida. Ooh. Okay, second. I'll take it.
And what was the one in South Carolina? Yeah.
Oh,
won
we
that.
Okay, Carolina.
Yeah.
Derek was hyped with that one. You know, Derek was hyped with that one.
We was doing this damn thing, so we earned that medal. I don't care whether we was behind or not. We was coming for people. We told you we coming. Period.
The other thing, I think the only one who knows this is your mother, is that when Lynn Lindstrom presented us with the tray in finals, she said, you guys really deserve to win this championship. I don't know the results of it, but you should have. No, she did say that. She said that to me. Aww. But at the time, you know, they had already pegged Lee Alter to win the damn thing, you know, so that was what it was, you know.
I got a funny story. I think we were in Florida, and that was our first time wearing the robes at the end.
Yeah.
I got a story about them robes too.
And y'all couldn't get it, right?
Yeah,
she had us in the hallway. Like, Chill is crazy. Chill.
She said, everybody better go get. Now we in a hotel.
We're in a hotel.
Everybody better go get those robes and
get your partner
in this hallway right now. She pulled out a stopwatch.
Yep.
And they had to time putting on the blue robe.
That's right.
And yo, I said, "Oh my God, thank God I don't have to do that."
Justin,
we was in that hallway for a good 30, 40 minutes practicing.
Yo, it probably was more like an hour. Justin was my partner, yo, and we had to put the robes on. We was in Haddon Heights that Sunday show, and my robe I was being Patrick that day, so I was in a real crappy mood, right?
You damn right. That whole weekend, you right about that.
And he didn't get my robe on. Well, I could have got it on, but because I was being Patrick, I didn't go out for the ending flag feature, and it was Haddon Heights. So it was like whatever. So after the performance, like, me and Justin got in an argument about it. And Shill was like, "Don't you talk to him like that? That's my son." Like, it was like, I was like, he didn't get my robe on. Like, yo,
it don't matter. It's your fault.
It was your
Patrick,
fault.
I love you. I love you with
That's
every
my
ounce
brother.
of blood in my body. But I will never forget South Carolina. I was going to kill you and Shelly that weekend. Remember
that
that?
ain't this year, but we can talk about it. That ain't this year. That ain't this year,
before.
That was a sabotage year. Yeah, you sabotaged us, man.
Again.
No, we're not talking about that. So
No,
speaking of Florida,
we'll leave that for the next video. We'll leave it for the next video.
Speaking of Florida, you remember Trayvon had a bad run?
Yo, Trayvon was in a
I hope he can click in.
He looked like
he went up and sat all the way at the top part of the booth.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
Trayvon sat all the way in the top
floor. We were looking for him. We did he leave the state? Did he leave the
Yo,
stadium?
Trayvon went all the way back. Yo,
I was on the retreat line. I looked up in the audience in the rafters. I said, Maurice, all the way up there.
He was like the Phantom of the Opera. He was like all the way up to John, like the Phantom of the Opera. Like, what are you doing?
He had his hoodie on and everything.
I remember that.
But that's because we all wanted to be good. So if we messed up or anything like that, like we took that very seriously. Like, they don't understand. Like, we put in long hours to be as good as we were. Oh my God.
Yo, look at Charma, yo.
Oh my God. Charma, Maurice, what's that beard doing?
Yo.
The whole front row is like under the age of like 13, 12.
Yeah, that's a very small group. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh my God. Look at Justin, Patrick, brown skin, low cut. Oh, he got the utmost attention. Jesus. Maurice, you crazy. Yo, Kyrie, remember
Kyrie looked like he got the prison.
He looked like he about to blow it down, right? Woo!
Y'all gonna leave my guy alone, y'all. Leave my guy alone.
Do anybody here
make it to Milwaukee, right?
Who's that, Kyrie?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. So me and Kyrie were classmates and we went to school together. We were on the same senior project. And you had to present the senior project the day of Milwaukee. You couldn't pass. You could not pass. You could not pass your I couldn't graduate without presenting that. Right. So I'm months and months, I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do? I'm like, yo, man, Kyrie, he chose to do the senior project. I was like, well, I'm just roll the dice because I'm not missing Milwaukee. I still was able to I still was able to graduate, but I remember like I chose to go to Milwaukee and do a whole nother year of school, even though I didn't have to. That was I remember thinking about that. Like,
wow. The payoff was real, Pat.
And Kyrie said, and Julian said after we got the award, he said, "This for Kyrie," and he had this medal up.
That was after Angelo had him, and he kept on saying yes.
And I'm sitting there crying like,
yes.
All right. I didn't ask my question after we watched the video. What's everybody's favorite part? Charma, go.
Cause she ain't said nothing.
We gonna let her talk. That's right, Charma. Go ahead. You take all the time you need. What was your favorite part?
When I came out with that yellow, I know that was my first time on the floor.
Because the year before you was props and mops, right?
Props and mops.
I was late that year, and the year before that I was late that year, but I made it this year, and it was my first time on the floor. So I had the yellow flag and I had the dove flag. I wasn't in the flag because I was getting Sheila undressed, and I had
oh yes,
yeah, I had to get Sheila undressed, and I had the silver flag in the back.
The big flag, that like 10-foot flagpole.
Yeah.
You, Tamara.
When Charma, so Charma, when you got Sheila dressed, is that when you decided that the next solo was going to be given to you and not her? And that's how Woman's Work came about. Okay, all right.
So dumb. So dumb.
2 years later.
Petra, what was your favorite part? And shut the hell up.
Probably your solo. It probably like legit that like no that was like a moment, and like you said, Nothing else was happening. The music was crescendo and not like it was that and the ending flag routine. Like once Jerry came in and changed that ending flag routine, it's like it's such a beautiful thing to look at. So your solo plus that ending flag feature, that's probably my favorite ending flag feature like ever.
Now tell them about the judges tape because you kind of went out of order, so they probably.
I said it already. I'm not saying it again.
So I'll say it then.
Of course.
Back then, because you have to explain things. So back then, for us to kind of learn our mistakes and understand what the judges were talking about, the staff would let us hear the judges' tapes, and back then it was tapes, not all this other stuff we're doing today.
It was a joint.
And it comes to my solo part, and it's very quiet because, like he said, nothing's going on. I'm doing my thing. Double fishtail. I go to the, I toss the 6, and I catch. And the next thing you hear from the judge is perfect. That pissed Patrick off so bad that judge said that what I just did was perfect. When he
that gave us 4 extra points.
Tell him, Maurice.
That gave us extra points. He said, perfect. Yes. Give him 3 more points.
That was so perfect. Come on. Maurice, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was the end the flag feature.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought the way that we was spinning it, and then once we started going fast, and it's constantly kept on spinning, I just thought that, yes. And then I had 2 of them. My second one was the rifle 6 in the back.
That was clean. Did they see them heights back there?
Because that comes out of nowhere, and when the heights is identical, that was just one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, that was good. That was very impactful, y'all, back there.
The brothers toss, that was good too. That was a cool moment.
That was cute.
The brothers.
The rifle line only had 32 counts the whole show.
Julian, what was your favorite part?
And I'm being absolutely honest. Besides the entire show,
right?
No, I'm dead serious about that. Besides the entire show, the silence. You guys didn't have a chance to. Guys didn't have a chance to experience it because you was on the floor. But if you had a chance to just look at the audience, they literally moved to the edge of their seat, and you could hear them holding their breath, praying that nothing bad happened from timing. And then by the time the music came on, it was like, wow, what a moment. And the other part that really got me was the ripple at the end. The double lines at the end.
Yeah. That was decent.
Those are my 2 favorite parts of the entire show.
Yeah, that was cute. Yeah, with that silent feature, if I was even like because I had to count that for everybody. If I was even like a half a count off. Hey,
Third off.
Jermaine.
What's up, man? What's going on?
So if I was like a half a count off or a half a second from when they said like, is the judges ready to when they hit play?
Right.
It wouldn't line up. So by the time we flip our hand, like we'd be at practice sometimes.
They said you better hold it there until you hear her.
That's right.
So finally I got it.
It happened once that it was untimed. Am I correct?
I don't think it ever happened in a show.
No, we just waited a long time.
It just like practice.
That's what I mean. Waiting a long time for the hands to come down. Yeah.
Maurice, who did the ending flag feature the best?
Who did the ending flag feature the best?
Yes. You was just doing it. Yes, Turtle. You couldn't tell Turtle nothing on that ending flag feature. Yo, Chill used to say, y'all need to do that like Turtle. Y'all need to do that like Turtle all the time, yo. Yeah,
Turtle was the best rifle that year, and he was co-captain, which I didn't know. Turtle was co-captain that year, and he was the best rifle.
Turtle might have been the best rifle that year.
I'm sorry.
Turtle might have been the best rifle that year. He might have been the best rifle that year. He might have been.
And that white.
Remember DJ got mad. Remember
that means a lot to you, Patrick. Trust me.
You was the best. You was the best. Turtle that year. Started 2002. That year. Remember DJ was mad because he came back late, and so did Trayvon, and she'll put Trayvon on rifle, but she put him on flag. DJ was pissed.
You didn't start that year with him, did you?
Nope.
Right, he came in like damn near the holiday time.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that was Marvin Gaye in the beginning?
Not till you said it.
I did. Yeah, I did.
I didn't. So I'm sitting here looking at
I
the
knew 3 days
Wildwood
ago.
video. The Wildwood video. Let me tell you, my mom looked at it. She said, y'all wouldn't have won no medals doing that front. It was so bad. It was bad. I like
So Jermaine,
messed up it was bad.
What's your favorite? Oh yeah, that you did that toss from the blade, your solo toss in the Wildwood joint. You did that from like the blade.
Who, me? No, the first show, I think. No.
Oh, the first show. Oh.
Yeah,
what was your favorite moment, Jermaine?
Oh yeah, we just watched the video, Turtle.
No, that's good. I remember that show. I had two favorite moments.
Okay, come on.
It was the beginning part, where we was in the dance routine going into the rifle routine.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my favorites. I think that was we were featured before, but I think that year, even though we were really good as a rifle line, we had a good cohesive unit that year.
Yeah,
y'all were. So I will say that.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of our feature.
Mm-hmm.
And I always loved the dub ending. That I think that was one of the better props that we did at for Life Brigade.
The duff flag?
What, the bird flying across the back?
The bird.
Oh yeah, that prop was sick. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Shout out to Justin. We didn't even talk about the bird.
Hey Kia.
Hey Kia.
Yeah, what's up?
Junior, say hi.
She said, hey, I see you, Kia.
Let's talk about that bird. So the bird was really like a kite, right? And we put it on a fishing line.
Right.
And my brother Justin was in charge of this bird. I mean, he was like carrying this bird like it was his child. Like he was like
it was Nate.
He was like the crocodile hunter.
Do not touch this bird. It has to sit a certain way so he can make it fly. Oh my God. Remember the one show it didn't fly? It got up halfway and then it just died.
That was Dayton, right? That was Milwaukee.
That was championship.
Yeah, that joint came down like
stomped it out.
He's beating up the bird in the back because Justin is a perfectionist, and that bird was supposed to fly all the way damn near out the building, and it didn't. He was pissed. And that was bird number 2 anyway.
But the cool part about it is that it didn't work like he wanted it to. But if you look at the video, as Sheila lays and stretches her arms out on the floor, the bird resolute down out behind the panel. So technically it worked. You know what I mean?
I remember us being in there like, come on, bird, you can do it.
And we would go like this with our hands, we would go like put our hands down with it.
Come on, bird. I still have every piece of that uniform too, even the socks and the shoes. I think I might have just
even the color that you wore. Remember they had you and Sheila coming out with the bodysuits. Was that year?
Oh, I had a great bodysuit. That was that year because I used to dance with Sheila at the end. It was like going flare. I was like, gladly.
Patricia used to do that dance with y'all. She used to do that dance all the time on the sideline, yo.
You know what? Speaking of that, Nelly. Speaking of that, Nelly, does anybody have every uniform from the time that they marched with Light Brigade up until present day?
She right there.
Does, don't you?
I'm pretty close. Yeah, I got all the main ones. I got from 90 something up until
I got this.
The past couple of ones. I got all my
medals.
You know, mine's
what your medal is?
Yes,
mine's encased. Mine's encased.
You know what? I'm underestimating my people because my mom people probably don't know where this stuff is. Meanwhile, she just did hers the other day. But,
you know when you go buy a watch and it's encased in this glass? I had mine professionally encased in this glass so no one ever touches it.
That's it.
Like, this is real. This is real. Now, the string a little dingy.
I definitely remember that medal stayed by my bed.
I got a button from that year, though.
Many years.
Let me see, Patrick.
I know that's right, Turtle. They couldn't tell us nothing. And then when we came back from Milwaukee,
they still got the heaven in the background.
Shows, we just please stop talking to us. Why are you talking to us? We just came in third. Like, why are you talking to us?
Third in the world. And you know what? That's funny because I think
that's A class. You know, it's 300,000 A groups.
Nelly, there was exactly 244 A guards that year.
And you know what, Julian? I'm gonna believe you because you.
No, I'm dead serious.
I know.
You know, I
I
look at some of
believe
those
you.
program books, and I look at some of those all those groups that was competing in those one classes, such as the A class, and that was like ridiculous back then. You know, all those
And it's
rounds you
even
had to
worse
go
now.
through.
It was
Yeah,
like
Worse
it's
seven
now.
ridiculous.
rounds, 7 to 8 rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. You know.
What say you,
And
Charmer?
guess
How do you
what?
feel?
Wait, hold on, Patrick. To put that in context too, that was only our second year making finals in the group's existence. So
Yeah.
we made finals the first
Yeah,
year in
yeah,
2000, and
yeah.
then 01 we came in third. Like, if people think about that, like,
What you was asking me, Patrick?
Just checking on you. Just checking on you.
So
Making sure you good.
where'd Derek go? He disappeared.
I know. Listen, I'm texting people now. What's this, Arthur? He playing it. Wait, Arthur, don't play it yet. Hold on. Hold on, don't play it yet. I'm trying to get what you call it on here so he can watch it. Hold on. So we did.
Yeah,
Let's see. What regionals did we do that there? We did
what's up, fam?
Carolina,
You
Norristown,
good? You still in your car?
Florida. Remember we was
South
practicing
Come here with
Brunswick.
me.
outside?
Feed me, Dexter. Come out here with me.
Oh,
And,
So we did like 4 regionals.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Correct. Remember, I
Yo,
said
the rifles wasn't even in that show. They had us behind the props for like 2 minutes with them.
Because the Sabres was the best group.
Yo,
Oh, here comes Trayvon. Let me
I
go.
don't even pay.
Trayvon!
Come on, you can watch
Wait,
this.
what's
Trayvon.
going on?
What's going on?
How's it going?
What's up, man?
I miss you guys too. What's going on?
Turn that car light on so I can see you.
Wait, hold
Turn the light
on.
on.
Let me move. Hold on
Oh,
one
you
sec.
driving?
Right here.
Yeah, I need to see you. All I see is teeth, and they look good.
Yo.
Oh my God, Trayvon!
Ask Trayvon if you remember what happened
I'm trying to get
in
up underneath
Florida.
the light.
Ask Trayvon if you
So
remember
what-
what he did in Florida.
What did I do in Florida?
He got a part.
No.
We don't need him crashing.
You're gonna cause
We making up for lost time.
All right, I'll make it easier. You should be able to see me. Hold on one second.
So wait, so while he getting his lighting together, Trayvon
All right, there
was
we go.
really like, there we go. Trayvon
There
was
we
really
go.
like the first person outside of like the Philly group to come and march with us, because remember 2000 we was all like Philly, so he's really like the first outsider to come and like be a part of Light Brigade.
Well, I'm glad you guys let me welcome me in. What's going on?
Yes,
He got that drop
we
top.
know how to take you.
What's that?
I said at first we didn't know how to take you.
Because the only thing we saw from Trayvon was Night Beat beating up that prop in the back.
You did not bring that back. The quarantine.
Yo, that's all we remember. Yo,
Coronavirus.
You took it way back.
Yo.
Say that again.
Now tell him what he did in Florida, Patrick. Oh, we gonna
Trayvon.
then we'll come back.
What did I do in Florida?
Maurice, tell it better than me. You tell him, Maurice. You do it better than me. What happened in Florida with Trayvon, Maurice?
They watching the video again.
Y'all are too crazy.
Oh gosh.
Shout out to Shirley for this dance in the beginning.
They made Trayvon lift the right with Aaron because I was too small. It was me at first, but when I did it, Aaron was way too tall.
So Sheila was leaning.
Yeah.
Right. She was looking like.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this in forever.
Well, you better start looking, baby. Here you go.
That was skinny Trayvon.
Oh gosh, I was so skinny.
That was skinty. Woo.
Feels like a show day for some
Yeah.
memories.
Meanwhile, my group was over there getting it, okay?
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Which are
Come on now.
Maurice, I was
I
not
know this.
feeling that beer. I'm sorry.
That was a I didn't get a help
Thy
though.
kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it
Wow.
is in heaven.
All right, Charmin, here you go, boo. Let's
Wow.
go. Come on, yellow flag.
Yeah, Charmer. Go ahead,
DJ
Shayna.
coming
Remember
across the
Justin had to do.
front with the dove.
Remember Justin had to
Yes,
do
she
that
Yeah,
one
missed your
show.
that one.
show.
Uh,
He was like, "You want me to do what?"
He did it though.
He sure enough did.
All right, let's go in the back for 2 minutes. It's cold out here,
Look
ain't it?
at Charmer. Look at little Charmer.
Look at the Charmer. Brandon with this long
That
solo.
was
Okay,
Brandon
Brandon.
first year. The head movement.
shoulder.
And ah.
Breath.
Holy halos ring me round.
This is one of my
Spirit
favorite
waves
stable
on spirit
routines.
sound. Meshach and Abednego.
I
Golden
couldn't do it
chariot
today. My
swinging
knees.
Go
low.
ahead,
They hit.
Guns.
I recite
Yeah,
the
that was
midnight
perfect,
Yes.
Patrick.
stories
That was
cold
perfect.
and briny deep. Bible lessons, Sunday school,
Come on.
bow before the golden rule.
Come
Now
on,
Trayvon, you
rifles.
late.
Y'all was doing y'all
Trayvon was
thing.
late.
Come on,
the
rifles.
Trayvon was
Trayvon was
late.
late. Come on,
He
Night
was
Beat.
late.
marveling with
I mean, how you gonna call me out? This is so long ago. Let it go.
of my
Turtle knelt this toss, though. Turtle knelt that rifle toss.
of my soul.
Go
A
ahead, Flags.
fight with rage divine, till the culprit fell supine. Hit out
Come
broad
on.
all
Let's take it
through the
across,
bed,
y'all.
till my foes have
Good
fallen
shot.
dead. Teachers of
Go
my
ahead,
Derek
Matt.
wrote this saber feature.
taught forgiveness.
Look at me in the front with the bowl cut. Yeah, Patrick.
Is my Christian
Thought
back.
we had to wear
If
robes.
I'm
We gotta wear
son,
two robes.
then
Boys,
I'm
y'all look good in them white robes.
Right.
Thank you.
The girls had the twisties in the front and the ponytail.
Natalie, you nailed the crap out of this.
I know, right?
Whack.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh
We
my
know.
god,
We
this is
know.
bringing tears to my eyes, and
And
I'm at
then
a
here
gas
comes
station.
DJ. Here comes
Look at DJ with
DJ.
that cheesy smile.
He messed the whole vibe up.
Nobody even smiling like that, DJ.
I was going to say it, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Yeah, Turtle. Eat, Turtle. I know we can't see you, but eat. You eating right here. Go ahead, Turtle.
Look, I'm in the picture. Come on, y'all.
again.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Your children,
Yeah.
burdened with this disease, we cry for you. Although
Across
Look at
that
Justin.
floor, cousin. Look, he gave.
Getting that bird ready.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh, he
yeah,
at least made it to
beautiful.
the last drop.
Yeah, he did. He did. He
Yes.
did. He did.
I love that. Y'all.
We
Wow.
got bronze medalists.
Wow, wow, wow.
That was
Yeah, boy.
awesome.
I know,
Wow.
like I tell people all the time, I'm like, guess what? It might not be a world medal, it might not be an open medal, but it's a medal. And I know a lot of people in this industry that can't say they have a medal in any
hmm
class. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
So don't sleep on my little bronze,
Uh,
okay? Because I rep that hard.
You
Trayvon,
should
what was your
you
favorite moment?
What was your favorite part of the show, Trayvon?
my favorite part of the show, gosh, it's really hard to pick. I mean, I loved it all. But if
We
I
all
had
did
to
it
say,
already.
um, oh wait, where'd everybody go? Did I do something?
go
No.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No.
we just got to
Because
you.
Go
I
ahead.
only
Hey,
see me.
No.
Keep going. Keep going.
You're
Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
about
All right.
you.
you're featured. You're the feature right now.
I know.
I
We got
Um,
love
the father.
him.
It's a
let me
solo.
see. Gosh, I honestly, guys, I can't pinpoint one thing. Um,
Everybody go.
If I had to pinpoint something, oh, okay, I think it would be the silent movement in the very beginning of the show.
Okay.
Okay,
Even
that's
though there
two
was
for the silent
nothing,
part.
but yeah, even though there was no music, there was so much power coming from it, just by the expressions of our bodies and the movement of our bodies, of course, with the fabric on it. I think as silent as it was probably one of the most powerful parts of our show. So if I had to pinpoint one thing, that was probably my favorite portion of the show.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
you, Trey.
So with that said, can
I
you
agree.
tell us why
I
in
agree.
Florida you had a bad show and the whole guard is looking for you and no one finds you until you retreat when Janelle looks up into the rafters and you're sitting at the top of the rafters by yourself away from everybody like Phantom of the Opera.
With
Do
his
you
hoodie.
remember that?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I have a bad show?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. Oh my God, yes, I remember
You
that
was up
one.
in the
I'm trying
cut
to bring
like
up old stuff.
Batman.
Batman. I
I
called
think
him the
I had a
Unabomber.
bad show, and I just did not want to be bothered.
Y'all
It was
thought
a
I had
mixture
anger
of being
problems.
embarrassed.
Trayvon used to get pissed. He got pissed at
Oh,
practice one day. He threw his cell phone across the wall. That phone shattered. I said, "Yo, this." I was like, "Yo."
hey,
The
I
funny,
tell you
the
one
funny thing
thing.
I
about that,
said, "Night."
Trayvon.
I
The
may
funny
have
thing
had a
What'd
little
you say,
temper
Julian?
problem, but I tell you one thing: nobody can mess with any one of you guys without me jumping right on it.
That
You're
is
right
That's
true.
about
I was
that.
true.
That
gonna
is
say
You're right
true.
that
about that.
That
Trayvon
is
did
true,
not
yo.
play about Light
I
That's
did
Brigade.
not
true.
play when it came to
That
you guys at
that
all.
is true.
That is
I,
I
so
remember
true.
that. I
What'd
remember
you
but
say,
that.
Julian?
to this day, I
Wait,
don't think
Julian
nobody
saying
has
something.
ever sat. To this day, I don't think anybody has ever sat in that seat where Trayvon sat it because it was near the wall, up in the
Nobody
front,
sat in that seat.
He
and that
was
place
like,
Nobody.
He said,
that place held 16,000 people, and I don't think nobody's ever sat
I
in that
don't even
chair.
know
Well,
how
now it
he
holds
got up there.
15,999. That's what it holds now. Like,
I wrote up the whole section for him.
Wow, I
what'd you say,
can't
All
believe
right,
Eternal?
so you know
it's
now.
I
been
wrote
so
the whole
long since
section
I've
off
seen
for him.
any of you guys. I mean, are you guys all still in Philly?
Yeah,
No,
we
I'm up.
old fuck
Yeah,
now.
What's that?
I'm up.
Julian in New
I'm
York,
I'm
upstate New
upstate New
York.
York now. Yeah,
Upstate New York?
yeah.
Awesome.
And
It's
you
so
in
good to see
Florida.
you
We see
guys.
you with the drop top. Don't
the
be trying to
drop top.
floss. And
Okay.
we getting chilly up here.
I mean, if you're gonna live in Florida, you gotta live the Florida salt life. I mean,
Yeah.
what
I
better to
hear
get than
you.
a convertible? Can't you see how
What
black
part
I
of
am?
Florida? In case we
Like,
have a regional there. What
what's
part of
that?
Florida? What part of
I'm in
Florida?
Jacksonville.
Oh,
Remember
okay. Yeah.
we used to tear the Jacksonville
Yep.
regional up.
That's right.
Yeah.
We used
Yeah.
to
Wait, you guys were
love
here
that
for a
regional.
regional?
We did
No,
several
back in the
regionals
day,
there.
Trayvon.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the day.
Matter of fact, 2001.
You know you got to
I
break
think.
some stuff down to me, Nelly. Don't act like you forgot.
Look, the picture.
Oh wow.
Look at Idris.
Let me see.
Oh my
That
gosh, it
is
was
so
so little.
Sean.
Who you in?
We were so serious, but outside
We
of that,
were
we were very
serious.
silly.
Wow.
That is so funny. All right, so I gotta ask my ending questions, right? So just tell us like what this season. Well, for like you, Trayvon, it'd be like what Light Brigade was for you, or this season, how it made you feel, whatever you felt, blah blah blah. Maurice, you go first since you know what you're doing, and they can kind of watch to hear what you say. Go ahead.
I go first. Wow.
Yeah, go first.
This season, or just in general, like I just thought we, as a whole, we really connected and we started building a real strong foundation that we was building forward. And I like this how we ran with it. And that year, it was just a very emotional year. And like it's one of my favorite shows
Mhm.
and everything.
Me
And
too. I think
it's
Maurice.
one of my favorite shows. And I think it was a real powerful piece.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say this too. That show goes to show you that yes, though it's slow, people are used to us doing like upbeat. It was slow, but it was not boring. Like
Oh yeah.
slow doesn't mean boring.
No.
So that's what I take that away.
All right, let me
from
go
that
next because
too.
I gotta take a call.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I think this was like the first year when we kind of understood like stakes.
Oh, not
At
me.
least for me. Like the other years, it was like okay, we just kind of here. We just kind of here. Once we made finals, it was like okay, what are we going to do on finals? And it was like the first year we made stakes. And like again, I remember just thinking about yo, I got Milwaukee, I got Dayton the same weekend as my senior project. What am I gonna do? And I remember picking my senior project. I mean, picking Milwaukee over my senior project, and I was still thankful they made me graduate though. So yeah, that.
Okay. Charma.
The eye opener. My first year on the floor. I didn't really know what color guard was prior to the year like that. So traveling all over, excited, something new, something different. The whole headline was everybody's first time really getting to march together. So it was
Really
a big
new.
eye. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was that powerful until I see like people on the floor crying. And I'm like, well, what are they crying for? So it's the show, but I'm just like, at first I'm just going with the punches. Like, I didn't really. I was like, well, when you sit back and listen to it, I was like, it's powerful.
Oh, you breaking up a little bit.
You hear me?
Can y'all hear her? Now we can.
I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I heard her.
she's breaking up a little bit
Okay. Yeah.
on my end, or it could be me.
No, I couldn't hear her either.
A fresh start for me.
Turtle.
Guess it's my turn.
Right. And
I'm,
Marcus
I know, right?
Arthur that cut you off.
looked up like, oh, okay.
I get her.
What I remember from that year, and it kind of like what Maurice was saying about the connection we had. I think getting that medal, like that really not only brought like us as a guard, because that was the core that we got together that year. I think that was one of the culminations we had. But I think it brought us together as a guard as a whole, like with the staff, like because they was just so thrilled to see us like experience that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that brought us together going forward, because the connection we got with everybody really, it was just amazing, and even that like Maurice said, it propelled us forward. Like we did things differently. We looked at tape together. We stayed over house together, and
Mm-hmm.
all those
We
things
went in
going
a,
forward.
a
Yeah,
legal golf
Mm-hmm.
course together. Trayvon,
yeah.
remember
I told him the other day.
that?
Yeah, like I think it was amazing because it's like it made us like more than just guard mates. We were brothers and sisters. We were daughters and
Yes.
sons and mothers and fathers.
To this day, too, Turtle.
Even to
Like
this
y'all
day.
are
Yep.
family.
Yep.
Yep.
Grandma. Yep. I remember Miss
Yep.
Mary. Call her still grandma to this day. Miss Mary
That's
Sherry.
right. And Turtle, guess what? You can say you were the best rifle from 2001.
Hey, well, I always let the tape speak for itself.
Okay. Who next? Julian, what was your take on this season? Light Brigade, how you feel?
First thing, it was
Uh-oh.
my
Uh-oh.
second all time favorite year behind the Maze show. Um, uh, we should have had two other medals behind that season. But one of the things that intrigued me about that particular year is that the staff worked their ass off to make sure that that show was 100% for you guys. From the painting of the props to the setup to just every detailing that we all sit back and thought of to make it right for you guys to be as excellent as you were. So that was probably my just the unification of what we did together.
Yeah, putting a bunch of black kids in all white.
Yeah,
So,
that
Derek,
yeah.
we wrapping up like what Light Brigade has been to them, what their experience, what the season was for them.
For me, like a summary of that season was, I mean, I would say a crowning achievement, like just as far as growth and development as performers. Like I feel like after that season, like everyone was so much better, like as far as just movement and just technical skills, attention to detail and things like that. Like we just all grew, literally as staff and performers,
Yeah.
everyone just up the ante on everything. Yeah, I would say a crowning achievement. We all like faced that adversity and we really, really met that challenge head on. Yeah.
Yes. Because they'll realize it's hard to be a part of Light Brigade because we're not the top group. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like we might be the fan favorite, but it's hard to be a part of this group and not get, you know, accolades and stuff like that. So it can be very discouraging. Like, why am I coming to this group when they don't win anything? They don't do anything like that. And for y'all to be on the outside and come in and just, you know, click with us like that, that was like dope.
Exactly.
You know what,
And
Nelly?
then I run into you in New York years later, and it's like you
Yeah, right? Never
That's
left.
funny. That's funny you said that, Nelly, because somebody once said to me, said of all the years that Light Brigade was entertaining those WGI crowds, they can't tell you one thing about any of the groups that competed that year besides what Light Brigade did. And that's an amazing thing that you just said. That is so true. It's very true.
Yeah. Trayvon, what was your take on that season and your first year in Light Brigade?
I think my biggest take was, as you guys know, I've done color guard before Light Brigade, as well as drum corps. But with Light Brigade, that was the very first time that I actually didn't feel like that I had co-members, that it was just a team of members. I actually felt the family, the unity, and the love between each one of us. I know, like you said, Nelly, in the beginning of this, you know, you guys were standoffish with me at first. I was an outsider. But, I mean, once you guys welcomed me in, I just felt the need to love and protect all of you guys. And that was the first time I've ever felt that with an organization as far as Winter Guard or Drum Corps or just Color Guard in general. So that was a big attribute for me. Of course, the show as well and winning the medal as well. But I think the overall takeaway from that season was the love and the unity of the Guard itself.
Yes, I never forget. We were pulling out the tarp and somebody went to go say something to us, and you were like, "Yo," I was like, "Oh, he don't know we about to perform. He ready to turn up right here on the 50."
You said right on the 50.
He like I said, very seldom do I say I have like a favorite show or this and that. But I will say this is in the top. I just felt like we accomplished so much and we really did work hard for that medal.
Yes.
I mean, those long hours, like Patrick said, that was us beginning to be very fluent with our bodies and doing like real dance stuff and, you know, as Julian likes to say, manipulating the equipment work and all of that. Like, you know, and also like Siri said, we had to up our game, you know, and ultimately that bumped us in the open where we made finals because we knew we were like, okay, we know we got to step it up even more. Like we in the big leagues now, like we moving up. So it's like, you know, either put up or show up. So I will say this is one of my favorite years.
You know what, Nelly? It's funny
and not
you
a
said
lot of
that.
people can do a double fishtail. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Put your rifles up, no matter what guard, put your rifles up. Put your rifles up, catch 'em and stick 'em. I don't worry about dropping mine, cause you know my hands are consistent. Can't worry about a place or position. I wish sometimes they would let the